Hey, Bugman026 here with you. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes. Going to take a look at another Jazzwares Fortnite action figure. We're going to be looking at Battle Hound today. Saw this guy hanging out on the peg, and he had a really cool gladiator motif going on there. A lot of nice detail and design in his chest plate there. I really like this arm. He's got the chainmail on the arm, a lot like the Black Knight figure does. And every time I see his arm here, I think of Warduke from the old Dungeons and Dragons line from back in the 80s. Man, that was a figure and a half right there. And this guy, he kind of reminds me of him a little bit. Has that nice looking helmet on, and yes, it is a helmet. This surprised me when you can actually pull this helmet off, and oh my gosh, look at this guy. Yeah, we all went to high school with this guy, didn't we? Yeah, man, he was always smug and smarmy, wasn't he? But he looks pretty good. I mean, for the detail on his face and his eyes in here, I mean, it's not as great as some of the other figures, but not bad at all. He's got some really cool, well, blacked out my light there. He's got some really cool detail on his eyes. But let's face it, the helmet's going to be on his head most of the time. But yeah, I remember a football player that I went to high school looked just like this guy. Still don't like him. But anyway, he's got this nice piece down here on his waist, and I guess that's supposed to represent a leather look. I guess the only thing I would have done a little different on this is probably brought out a little bit more gloss in that to make it look a little more leather and match the top of the armor on the torso right there. But hey, he's good enough for me. Like I've said before, I'm pretty easy to please. Got a really nice green tad on his arm right there. I still haven't quite made out what that tad is, but it's still pretty cool. He's got the little band around his arm like Black Knight did. Remember, Black Knight had the red one. I really like the detail in the paint on this. He's got a really nice design with the hound's head that comes down, and it also goes all the way around on the back. Sometimes you don't see the paint go all the way around to the back, and they didn't skimp on this one. They really went all out on this guy. His articulation is pretty much the same as the rest of the Fortnite figures. He can still get these legs kicked up pretty high, and he can get them stuck out there pretty good too. Stiff joints. He's a pretty good figure. I really like his helmet. Now his helmet is made of it's a softer plastic. It's more pliable. Got a really cool design in that eye right there. And you can barely see. I know the light's not very great and my focus is terrible, but there's two little sockets inside the mouth there that make up where his eyes would be when this thing's on his head. And I think it's really a cool looking figure. There's something about this figure, though, that kind of gives me the chills, and I can't quite, for the life of me, figure out what that would be. And, oh my goodness, he's got Raptors boots on. This figure, or this character, single-handedly ran me out of G.I. Joe in 1987. But that's a story for a different time. Battle Hound comes with his harvesting tool. I think they call it the Silver Fang. It's black and silver and has just a touch of red up there on that one side. Well, it's got them on both sides, doesn't it? So it gives it a nice touch of detail. Really cool design up there. Got a little axe blade going on at the back side of the wolf. Plus, you could probably poke somebody's eye out with the face side right there. He holds his staff really well, and he holds it in a lot of, he can get it in both hands really good. Not too bad. And he can two-handle like he's going to whomp you in the head with it. Give you a good old headache. Like I've said before, overall, these designs and these figures are really nice figures to have. I'm enjoying collecting these guys. And the more you get, the better they look. And as odd as they are, I haven't found one that just doesn't quite fit in with the rest yet. I mean, they're all different genres and styles of character, but they all stand on the shelf side by side, and they look like they belong to each other. So, not bad. Jazzwares, Fortnite, keep up the good work. Short review today, but hey, not much more to talk about than this. Enjoy your Fortnite figures, and you have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I'll see you some other time. Bye-bye.